As far as the season of Real Housewives of Miami goes, we've seen you be a rock to Guerdy both online and in person on the show. And with her cancer diagnosis, we know she's cancer free now. Um, but how were you there to support her during this time and offer guidance and advice to her, especially with your expertise in the medical field and as a doctor?
So I think, for someone who's never gone through something like this, you have so many questions about every part of the process. What's the surgery going to be like? What's the anesthesia going to be like? Am I going to be sick? What's the chemo, the recovery? There was just so many questions. And who do I go to? Who's the right surgeon? What hospital? And so, I feel like I was there for whatever Guerdy needed. I wanted to be there as a friend more than a medical professional, but whatever questions she had, I was happy to provide information. Because I've been in the medical field in Miami for so many years, I kind of know someone in every hospital. So I called one of the anesthesiologists at the hospital where she was having surgery. And I was like, make sure you take care of her, give her everything for nausea. I don't want her feeling sick afterwards. I think I was there in both ways, but really in whatever capacity she needed. You'll see on the show, we have a medical emergency that happens during our
Oh,
cast trip that I have to switch from a housewife to doctor mode very quickly. And I think it's going to be a very heartfelt scene for viewers.
wow. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that for sure. Um, I've seen a little bit of what's going to happen in this season, specifically Larsa telling a few of the castmates about Guerdy's diagnosis after she specifically told her not to. What can you tease about the fallout that I'm sure is going to come given that admission? And what has it been like between Guerdy and Larsa?
Well, as you know, spilling the tea is an unavoidable part of a housewife life. And
Mhm.
Larsa definitely goes out of her way to spill the tea about Guerdy's cancer diagnosis. And things do get very messy after that.
So I'm guessing their relationship is probably not on the greatest of terms, even though they
No,
just made amends.
I think Gertie's very mature and, we can be amicable at the end of the day. We can sit on a stage and be civil, but I think there are a lot of hurt feelings and a sense of betrayal there. And I don't know if they ever recover fully.
Totally. So you were just at BravoCon, and we saw some housewives, including Alexia, say that some other housewives in the world of Bravo weren't as friendly as she expected them to be. What was your experience with other housewives at BravoCon or just other Bravo celebrities in general?
You know, I, I did not have that experience. I was actually left pleasantly surprised at how nice and welcoming. Everybody would come up to me and be like, congratulations on your announcement, on your baby. Everyone's very aware of what's happening in the other franchises, in the other shows. And I did not have a sense of anyone being rude or aloof. I think you get what you give, maybe. And if you put out a good positive vibe, you get that in return. So I didn't have a negative experience personally.
Okay. Any tea you can spill from BravoCon that we maybe didn't see?
Well, I just found out that there was a little bit of housewife of Miami drama that happened at the airport when some of the girls landed in Miami. I have yet to confirm, but I heard Alexia and Adriana had a scuffle in the airport post Bravo.
Uh-oh.
So more to come on that, I guess. I'm sure
I
we'll
guess
find
so.
out at the reunion.
Well, I know you have partnered with Clorox, and as a doctor and as a mom, why is it so important to use their products to clean up, especially given the pandemic that we've had, taking that extra step to protect ourselves?
Well, just like on the show, people will spill things, spilling the tea like Larsa did, and people will make messes out of situations. And spills and messes happen all the time, And I think Clorox products are such a convenient and easy way to clean up messes, but not just from that standpoint, as you mentioned, as a mom and as a doctor. It's great to disinfect to reduce the spread of germs, fall is in full gear now, and we're about to reach the peak of flu and cold season, peaks in December. And it's so important to prevent the spread of germs, to mitigate, the spread of disease. And I think Clorox has really just created such easy and convenient products that allow you to clean up the mess while preventing the spread of germs.
Totally. Speaking of cleaning up messes and messes in general, who's the messiest housewife on your cast?
I've always loved and supported Adriana, but that girl cannot help. It's like she walks into a situation and it just gets messy all the time. I don't think she means to, but sometimes, it just happens when she's around.
Totally. We see that a lot, especially coming up this season. You think she's over something and then she brings it up again.
It's like, I love you, but you are also your own worst enemy. You're trying to make amends with Alexia. You're on the way to a new beginnings party and you're talking crap in the car. Like, come on, get it together.